Hi everybody, it's Miss Caroline here, ECSC at Anchor Center for Blind Children, and I'm here to show you a couple extra O&M activities that are more independent for our children. So you can find both of these activities at Anchor Center. You can use them anytime during infant toddler program, or you can ask any staff if you would like to borrow these things and take them home. So the first thing I'm going to show you is our resonance board. It looks pretty simple. It's just some thin wood and it's actually hollow. So there's these little ledges here that kind of lift up the board and give it a little space. So as you put it down, there's some nice hollow space between the ground and the top of the resonance board. Now, you can either sit or lay your child down on the resonance board. If you like, you can place a little pillow beneath your head. And what I like to do, I just grab 3 or 4 things, some noisy things, some kind of harder plastic, maybe wooden type toys. And so I got a little shaker chain link toy here. I got a homemade shaker with just kind of an Easter egg and plastic spoons here. Some bells and some beads. The beads are really nice on the resonance board. So the idea of the resonance board is not only for your child to have yet another boundary, but any movement that your child makes, whether there's toys on there or not, they will be able to get feedback from that. So auditory feedback and tactile feedback. So if they were just kicking their feet, they can feel that underneath the resonance board and really get a lot of nice auditory sound about the kind of information they're putting out in the world. So it's fun as you add toys too, because as their foot maybe kicks something that's shaky or bells and they might really like that, it can encourage them to move their bodies even more to interact with that toy. So beads have such a great sound on the resonance board, and it really does sound pretty cool when you're on them yourself. So I encourage you to find simple toys around the house that'll make some nice noise and see if your child is more encouraged to move as they interact, kick, and hit them. And then the next thing I'll show you is a pretty familiar one here at Anchor Center. This is our little room. So we have our little room kits donated in May to us, and you can ask a staff member at any time if you would like a kit to bring home. You can find these in the light room, you can find these in the explorer room, but really what we do, we set up this little PVC type box, and there's 3 sides on it, so you will lay your child in, and you can see that there's a few things hanging from the top here. Now again, I suggest maybe 4 or 5 things to start out with. And we have a lot of things that you can put in there with the kits that are already pre-made. We have, nice reflective kind of CDs, shakers, noisy kinds of toys, Mylar, of course. And even there's been some families that really kind of deck out the sides of it too. So might put carpet texture down there or some string, anything really. You can get really creative with little rooms. And with little rooms, I suggest when you do set it up that you leave those items there for several months. Even if you think your child might be over it or kind of bored, really they are learning where they're at in space and where these items, these familiar items, are at in space. And then you can start to see, maybe your child really likes this shaker and man, his left hand is just going crazy. And a couple months go by, it's time to change it. Maybe you can now put that shaker over by his feet and see if he notices it when he kicks it. He's like, oh yeah, that's my favorite toy. So you can really start our kids really start making connections in the little room about their body, how they can move their body, that their body does give out information in the world, that there is a cause and effect to things. And it's a nice, safe, independent space for our children to be by themselves, be entertained, and really just explore their environment in a safe space. So again, please ask us at any time if you would like to borrow one of these, or if you have any questions, please ask any staff.